Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we started designing one small application. We created a to do app in that we implemented user register and user login. These two details we maintained. So, user register and user login. So, what in user register and user login is? Register is posting the data into API. Login, accessing and verifying whether that user exists or not, and the password is correctly defined. So for that, CD server and node API.js. So we need to start the API, and our application also now executed, right? Now new user can register. We designed a registration form for that, and the existing user can sign in. We created a sign in form for that. And if user ID, we will check the users we have. HTTP colon 0. So I will use the user ID as underscore Rao. Okay. And here, so we need to define the appointments. So what we need to do here, password is underscore one @11. That is the password. Login, then the dashboard will come. Now here in login, when user dashboard comes, these should not be there. Those buttons should not be there. Only dashboard should display. And that should happen only when user logged in. How we know that user logged in? So to know whether user logged in or not, so we have to create cookies. So we already learned cookies. So that means when user logs in, the data we will store in a cookie. And if cookie is available, then we don't show that area. We will show only his dashboard. So how we can manage the cookies? First, we will see that. So in user login, here if password is matching, if we found the user, right, and password is matching, then it is navigating to dashboard. Before navigating, it should create cookies. So for that, we need to we learned how to manage cookies. React cookie is a third-party library. There are so many third-party cookie libraries. You can try any of them. So we are using React cookie. So after installing React cookie, so here we have to import. So we need to import use cookies from React cookie. From React cookie, we have to import the hook called use cookies. And you know how to configure the cookies. Huh? What is it? Constant cookies. So we have a set cookie and remove cookie. Three references will be there. So use cookies. Use cookies, cookie name. Cookie name is what? User ID. So that means the user ID cookie will be created. In that we will store that user ID. So how to create the cookie? So we have to use set cookie and the cookie name. Cookie name is user ID and the cookie value. Cookie value is nothing but, so you can access from form data. So you can access user ID from form data user ID. Form data user ID is nothing but the user ID you entered. And you can set cookie options. What are cookie options? Like you can put expires, how many days and all. Otherwise, cookie will be temporary cookie. Means it will end automatically when session ends. Or you can keep expires 2 days, 3 days, 7 days like that. So after creating the cookie, it will navigate to dashboard. Now in dashboard, what we have to do? Let's go to user dashboard. In this dashboard, so we have to display the data. In the dashboard, we have to display the appointments he is having. If any appointments are there, we need to display those appointment in the dashboard. And what about this at the top? This is in the header area. So where is that? That is in app.js. Yeah. In app.js, here, this is the header part. This is the header part. In this header part, this login and existing user, this must be displayed only when cookie is available. If cookie is not available, it should not display. Then how do we write the logic? We learned, you remembered conditional rendering. Conditional rendering means it will render the content according to the state and situation. So suppose here I am keeping a dynamic expression. So here we need to access the cookies. So we will use constant cookies and set cookies and remove cookie is equal to use cookies. Cookie name is what? User ID. How do we verify whether cookie available or not? Cookie available or not? You practiced those routing, I told you that different cookies have different way of verifying. Some will verify undefined, some will verify null, some will verify empty. What about this React cookie? Undefined or null? I forgot that. You also not remembered. What is it? NPM JS React cookie. So React cookie, what they are giving for cookie not available. Cookie not available. Cookie not available. It is returning null. Null. Which option we used? In this also there is no clarity about that. Yeah. Okay, then we will just verify with null. Okay, some example cookie null. Fine. I will check here first with null. Okay, what we will do is here we will use the cookies in the dashboard and in this user register app. Okay, I will put here some use effect just roughly on use effect. What we will do here, we will log console.log cookies of cookie name. Cookie name is what? User ID. So inspect, it is returning undefined. It is returning undefined. Okay, cookie is undefined. It is returning undefined. So what we will do now? So we will verify the logic. It is returning undefined. Okay. So here what we need to do? So we have to write cookies of cookie name. What it is? User ID. So here I am writing an expression is equal to undefined. It is undefined. If it is undefined, then what should happen? Question mark. So it should print a simple div. In that div, these two links should come. We have to print a div. In the div, we have to put these two links. This we have to do if it is undefined. Otherwise, colon. If it is not undefined, then we will put here a empty div. empty div we are using. There we can display different content also. So it is showing now. Why it is showing? Because cookie is not there. If cookie is there, then it is not going to display this, right? We will see that. So how we are managing that? If cookie is undefined, then render this area. If cookie is defined, then don't show that area. That means we are keeping an empty. There we can put some message. Who logged in? His name we can display. That means what you can do. Here you can simply put a binding. So and you can put cookies of that user name. So that is user ID. So that is the reference we are doing. Okay, let's go to the sign in, and here we will enter some user ID password, and we click on login. So that means it logs in, and after login, so it will display that, but it is not refreshing. That means the component is not mounting. So how do you mount the component? Again, so you need to mount the component again. So how do we mount the component again? So we can use the option, what it is, use effect. Okay, on use effect, what should do? On use effect, the component should mount again. And what is the dependency for mounting the component? So the dependency for mounting is cookies. Cookies of, what is the cookie name? User ID. So that is the component. That means if it is there, then it is not going to display that here. So, or you can use location reload, refresh the page. But mounting is good. I will go back here. We need to delete that here. In the application category, in the cookies, we will delete this cookie. And this is there. And you are configuring this now. This is open this login, and it is loading it, but cookie is not created it is. So and we will use effect. Okay, actually what you have to do is this also, you have to write, is it undefined or not? This what you do is you put in a separate component and load that component. That means write that in a separate component and load. Temporarily I will do one thing. So here, after navigating here, so let's say, so navigator, this is window dot location dot reload. I'm just reloading that part. So now it is reloading based on the cookie. Now you don't need this. Refreshing. So it should reload after this. After user login, navigate to dashboard, location reload. Okay, let delete the cookie now. Okay. Okay, and sign in some user details we are entering. It is fine. Okay, so this is the dashboard. It is loading now. In this dashboard we want to display the user details, means who logged in, his appointments we need to show, and we need another one, sign out. Sign out, here we are displaying username. Dashboard we haven't created properly. Let's go to the dashboard. So in the dashboard, and here we are using conditional rendering. Here we will put a class. This is like BG light and padding 4, something like that we will give. It will be in this way. Who logged in, his details will come, right? And we will go to the dashboard. Here also we will keep class name, some BG, so light, and padding 4, and here I will keep style, height, so we will keep height as some 100 VH, so that we can see the dashboard here. And width we will keep as some 600 pixel, the dashboard width. So here we have 100%. So the dashboard we are displaying in this way. Now here we don't want the dashboard, actually we want, means here we want, so your appointments, we need to show those appointments whatever they have. So then how do we manage that? So here we need to give another, in the app.js, in this div we will keep a break, and we will put a button. Button we will put as what? Class name, btn, and btn warning, and we will keep as sign out. So we have a sign out button there. On this it should sign out and it will go to the login. So how do we write the event for that? On click what? Handle sign out. Okay, so we will write a function here. What is the function? Handle sign out. Handle sign out, what this function have to do? This function have to configure navigation also you need. So let navigate is equal to use navigate. So what we have to do? We need to put here, I am giving just idea to you. I am not building a project. You have to build all the design functionality, whatever you have learned up to now, you have to implement in that. I am not doing project here. I am giving idea about this. So any additional things you implement by yourself and try to create it in a perfect way. Everything. I am not writing any validations. I am not writing certain functionalities. Everything you have to manage, right? Project is not like I have to do and you see it. Project is like just I need to explain, you have to do it. Even all this type of logic also I need to just explain, you should write. But this is first time I am showing you. In another, you have to do by yourself everything, right? So now here what we have to do, we need to remove cookie. How do we remove cookie? Remove cookie name. Cookie name is what? User ID. After that, what? Navigate. Navigate to where? Login. That's what we are defining. So handle sign out. Use navigate. Acha, here it is outside that area, na? Then we will keep that sign out there, because actually this is written outside this browser router. So that will work only within the browser router. So we will do one thing. We have to keep this. These all precautions are important here. So what is the point here is this sign out button we will not keep in this area. Then we will shift this sign out button into dashboard. This must be in the dashboard. Okay. So we will go to the dashboard, your appointments, and here we will just add a sign out option there. Okay. So we need here constant, cookies, set cookie, remove cookie, and what? Use cookies. Cookie name is what? User ID, and we have a function handle sign out. So we need another navigate is equal to use navigate, and here we have to remove cookie. The cookie name is user ID, and what we have to do, navigate. So this is navigate to which one? Login. So here window, location, reload. We will put another alternative also there for that. Now this is the sign out option. Here we are having, click on sign out, then it should get to the login here. It will go into the login and it will show these details. So this is the login option we have created. Okay. Now when user logs in, what should happen? Suppose some Sam login, his appointment should come. So what we have to do, go to dashboard. In the dashboard, here we have to show all his appointments. So how do we show the appointments here? To show the appointments, we need to access the appointments belonging to that particular user ID, right? So how do you get that? We will write use effect. That means on load, when the component mounts, on the component mount, we need to get that user. That means when component mounts, we need to get the appointments belong to that particular user. So what we are expecting here? So we are expecting appointments. set appointments, and it is use state, and it is an array of objects. Every appointment have an appointment ID, which is a number type, and it have a title, it have a description, it have a date. It is a date type. Every appointment have a date. What else? Actually, date is written in a string format. I'll just keep a string here. These are the details of the appointment we are having. So these details we need to get that and display here. So what we will do, we will use Axios dot get http colon, what is it? So 127.001 7000 / appointments / it is expecting user ID, am I right? So whose appointments, that user ID we need. How you will get the user ID? Cookies. Cookies of what? User ID. That particular user related details. Means who logged in? His appointments we need to access. So dot then. So response. And we need to set appointments. Response dot what? Date. Response dot data we have to do. And here, these appointments should display below. Here I will put a binding expression, and here we will create appointments dot map. So we are reading every appointment, and for every appointment we will create a container, and for this we will put a class as alert. So we will use alert success. So alert dismissible, and in this we have to put a heading. This contains appointment related title. Appointment title should come, and we have a button. So class BTN and BTN close, and this is appointment title, and we have a paragraph, appointment description, and below we have some another paragraph, appointment date. So we need to display the date. So here what we need to do is load all the appointments related to that particular user. So we will log in particular user because we don't have appointment for all users. So we will put a simple SAM. I think we have SAM React. Okay, password is SAM@net11 @net11, and when he logs in, his appointment should come. It's not there. So appointments not there. It is loading and hiding. What is issue? Checked. Some errors are there. Key is okay. Key is what? appointment ID. That's fine. But here appointment is not there. Let's check the database. We stored some appointments. Some appointments we stored. Let's check. So sample DB appointments. I think only one is there. John and I. Sam don't have appointments. Fine. So who have appointments? John NIT. Okay. What is his password? John@123. John@123. Login. His appointment will come here, right? That's working fine. Okay. So that is the appointment of that particular user it is showing. So we are displaying the appointment for the user who logged in. So we have only one appointment. It is showing that appointment. Now this user must able to on sign out. We will sign out and reload the page. Here we have to navigate look window dot location dot reload. Right. That's okay. So now the user who logs in, who is the user John NIT, and some password John@123 login, then his details will come. And when user sign out, then it will sign out that user. So now users can add appointments and remove appointments and modify appointments. These three functionalities we have to implement. So let's add appointment. Suppose some Kiran is there. Here Kiran is loaded. Now we need to add appointments. So we will put here a simple button. In the dashboard, we will add the button. So what is the button in the user dashboard is? Here we will keep an option like add appointment. So at the top we will give a right. So here we will keep a container and just we will put a button, and here we will use add appointment. We are using add appointment. So here what this add appointment have to do, or so we will put a class BDN and BDN primary. So BI calendar. Okay, so that is the appointment should come. I'm just adding that add appointment button. So on add appointment button, we can show a form. There they can fill up the details about appointment and submit. So how do we do that? We can design in several ways. What is it? We can design a pop-up. In the pop-up, we can show the list of form, and there they can fill and submit the details. Okay. Another one, we must able to edit appointment and delete appointment. Edit appointment, we will give in the appointment itself modification. That means close. When user logs in, John NIT, okay, invalid. So John at the net 123. When he logs in here, what we will do is class margin bottom 3. Okay. So in this itself, we will give edit appointment. So we'll keep a button. So class BTN and BTN, suppose warning, and we will give as edit. So BI pen fill, we will give like that. That means we will give a edit option there. That means it will able to modify that appointment. Okay, so add appointment, it will pop up and add a appointment. Edit, it is going to open another pop-up where it can show the existing appointment details, so which we can modify. Now, so another option on this close, on that close button, that appointment must be deleted. Am I right? We have to just close on that close. That means appointment must be deleted. So first, let's implement this functionality, appointment delete. How you can delete the appointment? On this button click, we have to remove the appointment. So how do you write for that button? Actually, this button will have data BS dismiss. Dismiss is equal to what? Data BS dismiss is, so dismiss will have alert. Actually, data BS dismiss alert, I will once look here close, it will be closed. But it is not deleted. It is not deleted. In the database, in the appointments, I will refresh. It is still there. It is not deleted from the appointments. Now, how you can do that? How you can remove that appointment? For example, I will add one more appointment here temporarily. Insert document. So we will put here what I will copy the same. Suppose I will copy the same. I will add insert document. So here we need to just change. This ID is auto generated. You don't need to give. Appointment ID I will give as 2. And title is something like meeting. So with client something about the meeting. And date is some 2 and 26 something. And user ID is same. I'm adding another. Later we will add from the form. Okay. Okay, now I will refresh here. You see those 2 appointments are there. That means for that particular user, 2 appointments are available. Now what should happen is when I click on this close, it's not just close, it should delete that appointment. It's not just close, it should delete the appointment. So actually when I refresh, it is still available. When we reload, it is still available. It is not deleted. It is just closing the alert. You know, Bootstrap alerts we can close. So when I close this, we need to remove that appointment. So we need a extra function. So what is the function we have to define? So function handle delete click. On delete click, what should happen here? So this is actually close click. Close click. On close click, I have to remove that particular appointment. How do we know which appointment close they clicked? That means on close click, so that appointment ID we need to send. How? On this button click, we have to use on click. On click, handle, close click. So into that, I need to send which appointment they clicked. Its ID should be sent, because delete is done by using API method. What is the API method? API method, we have delete task. It is expecting ID. That ID is which ID? Appointment ID. So we need to pass the appointment ID there. So how do you pass the appointment ID? You learnt event binding, na? In event binding, I showed you how we can send custom parameters into a function. How you can send we need to send custom parameter, na? How you write like a function, na? What it is, handle close click into that appointment dot appointment idea. You learned we learned about default parameters and custom parameters. In event binding, we learned how to pass them. Now here it is expecting idea. So how do we access that alert? I will just use ID for your understanding sake. And let's say here on the close click, that appointment ID is not there. It is returning undefined. How you send custom parameters? In event binding, I explained how do we pass the custom parameters. Along with event arguments, we can pass custom arguments. How? What should we do here? Here, here we need to pass the parameter. This is actual, this is formal. This is formal, na? there any another method? We learned so many methods. Event arguments, custom arguments in events concept. For example, without that also, you check events concept. I given a complete detail about that. Without that also, how you do? Suppose this button have a some name. Button have some value. So suppose button name is suppose appointment ID, and this name you can collect here by using what? E. What is the event argument here? E dot target dot what name. That E dot target dot name, that means it is going to get that appointment related ID. Appointment related ID. It is not returning that appointment ID. It is not returning that. So what do you say? Appointment ID, we will use value. We will use target dot what value. So it is not returning the ID. Let's check. It should send that, right? Button value. We will check here what it is returning. Console dot log. We will log that and check here. What it is returning. Kia, where is key? Already we given a key. Okay, it's fine. First we'll click on this. It's not sending any ID. Let's check. Handle close click. Okay. So E dot target dot name. What is the name? The button have a name. Appointment dot appointment ID.
मुंह पे मना करता है और बुरा कम लगता है
चोरी छुपाए नहीं करता
सामने आप बैठे रहिए अरे अलग ले ले ये बुरा कम लगा कि अरे कोई बात है लगता है
मिराज नापी ले लो
It is not returning appointment ID. We will use one option.
मिराज ऑर्डर मिराज नापी ले लो मिराज अच्छा सी दो हां इससे होता है
चले जाएंगे तो रख भी लेगा ना
On close click.
कहता है इस बात का गम हो जाता है कितना सन लेबर है 17 गो बहन जो 17 चढ़ा हुआ रहता है और 17 का बोली जो झाड़ भर का वो भी रेते करके बात करता है
किससे? आपसे?
सेलर से अभी वो कर सकता अभी तो मिराज जी बोलता है हाँ अब वहाँ चल जाएगा तो बनता ही है झोला है ऐसे रखा था रे झोला वैसे रखो अब बोल रहे अगर उसको बोल दिए तो साहब को बोल दिए साहब से बात किए बढ़िया
काहे कि वो का
अच्छा।
एम्प्लॉय है, आप
हाँ।
एम्प्लॉय ना है। आप तो और उल्टा मदद कर रहा है।
उसका कहना यही है
It is undefined.
तू हमरा से हम तोरा से नहीं
So this appointment
कस्टमर से टाइट आवाज में बात नहीं कर सकते हैं ये तो करते हैं
यही सब फायदा है।
काहे की बात किया तू ऐसे कस्टमर से क्या बोला सर ये उसका छोड़ दिए ना ना क्या बोला बोला क्या बताइए ना सामने बोला क्या बताइए आप कौन सुन जगह था कौन सुन जगह ले साला कहाँ पड़ गए यार अब इतना लागत लगाए हुए हैं इतना भगा देगा भाई तो बोलेगा जा जा
E
अब आपको ना टेंशन
dot
भगा भी देगा तो इतना दुकान है आपको जान
target dot
काहे चलिए
some name
बुलाता है कभी से चलेगा हमें पता है ये
is equal to appointment dot appointment ID.
वैशाली वाला का टेलर ना
ना हम ही है
अब 28 था।
एगो हम है हमरे बाद वो छोड़वा को जिसको लाया वो है हम बोला स्वेट किया था मिंडुए को
ये कहाँ
जो
पड़े हुए हैं जो का ना
Where
चाहिए
key is missing,
कमाए का कोई शौक है
any repeating element is there, another
बच्चा
one?
बड़ा है कि बच्चा बच्चा
Only one repeating element, na?
रफा देना
बेटा कहाँ है बेटी दी
दोनों बेटी हाँ
पहले जो शादी की दिया
So we will use another option. Actually, this target is unable to return
करवाया गया
E dot
चेहरा वाला बुझाया गया
current target
हम बोल देंगे
dot name.
बीवी वाले को उसका बेटा तो गया ना बड़ा
अभी हाँ वो होना तो चाहिए
हमने बाद की मजरवा था 2 साल का या 3 साल का तो उसका शादी हुई तो 17 वर्ष का जरूर होगा गद्दी का काम करे और उसको छोड़ छाड़ करके
इधर आ
बच्चा
गया
छुट्टी करके और जब उसको बाल उसको दान देंगे बेटी को खिलावे तो बोले कि
What
छोड़वावे
data it is returning? Let's check.
उसके हाँ लड़की के
The synthetic event have target
कैसे
दोनों बेटा को कोशिश नानी
target button
बेटी का
close.
मदद करना हुआ बेटी का
तब बेटी
The
को
name
बेटा
is
को
undefined.
माँ को नहीं दे रहा कमा के
हाँ तो देगा ना
अभी तो
बेटी
बेटा
देगा
नहीं
इस
इसको
खाली काटना का है बोल
इसको तो देवे नहीं करे अरे थोड़ा तकलीफ हुआ ना जी
Name is not coming.
हो गया हाँ समझ में
पहचानता ना होगा बाबा को दोनों
जेबे तो करे तो काम करते हैं
जागा तो गाली सुनेगा बोलेगा
हाँ
कि
गाली में
कहाँ
तो
था
है
उसके आए और मिलेला कहाँ थे इतना साल
मिले किसी डाला है
मन करे तो
हाँ बोलिए ओ क्या बजे तक आइएगा हाँ 10 साढ़े 10 तक आ जाइएगा
हम लोग करवा
Where
देंगे
is the name?
ये देख के करवा देंगे बीवी कौन जाती है कौन जाती
गए हैं इसके यहाँ तो रात में मतलब हम लोग जाते हैं
तो देते लेते रहिएगा बनाइए इनको अभी सब भाई तो बने हुए हैं ही हैं
Should return the name. Current target is null.
जहाँ तक होगा वहीं तक करेगा जी
आदत
उसको
मत
काम में
बिगाड़िएगा बस
आदत वही तो बोला आदत नहीं बदलेगा उसमें खड़ा हो जाएगा बस आता उनके लिए तो दे ही देता है 500 कभी मांगता है वैसा तो भैया
ना जैसे
अभी हम
देखा
खुद
कि
लाचार है
एकदम ना है तो दे दिया
हम्म।
वो लोग उसको बताइए कि खटना पड़ता है
बराबर समझाए उसको, इसीलिए काम में भी लगा देते, वो बोले इसके मास्टरी वो करवा दे रहे थे, लगा दिए। अब वो को सेव करेगा बैठेगा ना काम में, गाड़ी करना वही तो रे मलिकवा के भाई के यहाँ लगा दिया
मारुति में
ना,
तो?
लक्ष्मी में, उसी का दुकान है वो।
लक्ष्मी का दुकान ना है, दोनों पार्टनर है।
This appointment ID have a problem.
डेट कर दिया वो
अब ये का हो गया पूरा
पूरा।
So, but the appointment ID is it is generating.
उसी का हो गया।
अब चलता है।
मीडिया में चल रहा है, सब भी वहाँ हाथ मार रहे हैं।
नया दुकान ना चलता है।
थोड़ा
इतना दुकान हो गया है, पीछे अंदर फिर एंट्री तक
सब हो गया।
फिर वो पट्टी जाइएगा तो गनकोना है खादी
बहुत है, बहुत बहुत सभ्य का चलिए रहा है, सब लूटिए रहा है।
सबका चलता है।
तो काम पे ज्यादा आप सब सोचेगा कि हम सीधे खादी हो जाए,
कोई ऐसा तो होगा पैसा।
Let's print here.
वही को चचा गोतिया गोतिया मारुति है
ना
उसका भतीजा है।
गाँव जैसे कि एकदम
और है एक तो गिरजा खादी,
साईं खादी भी चलता है।
साईं हो गया गिरजा ज्यादा,
फिर बगले में कहाँ लगी
गिरजा जाए नहीं मत थोड़ा भूमियार का है, जात से चलता है उतना भूमियार है ना, सब वही से।
और ये न्यू सूट खादी किसका है जो सूट खादी के बगल में है?
ओ वही ना जैया का है, पपुआ छोड़ी से जो
किसका है?
पपुआ छोड़ी से भगाई से पपुआ को है।
Appointment ID is not coming.
टेलर
Let's check what is the problem.
वही बोल रहा था स्टार्टिंग में रहिएगा।
Appointment ID is not received here.
कहाँ बोला किराया बहुत है, उतना किराया में आप कमा लीजिए।
Let's refresh here.
85,000
महीना। ओह
कहाँ से, लेकिन चल रहा है।
Appointment ID 1 and 2.
20,000 का सेल उठा रहा है तो जोड़ 6 लाख हुआ, 6 लाख हुआ ये।
So that means appointment ID is not coming there.
2,40,000
Why? Let's
20,000 के साथ 3 लाख हो गया।
appointment.
और सालाना कितना हो गया?
Acha. A small mistake we are doing. This is what uppercase. That is uppercase ID. Okay. In our database we given as uppercase. That is small capitalization mistake. Okay, fine. Now it should display that. Here also I uppercase. Right. Okay, fine. Now what should happen here is we will put alert e dot target dot what name we are using. Okay, so that is fine. Now refresh. So it is accessing the ID. That's fine. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to delete that particular record. So small this mistake. Okay, now let's run this. Now what we have to do, we have to remove that particular appointment ID. Okay, how do we remove the appointment ID? So we have to use what it is. So here we need to define Axios dot what, delete what, http://127,001:27000/ what it is, delete task. Delete task is the API method. Delete task is the API method. The delete task API method is expecting an ID /ID. ID is coming from e dot target dot name. Okay, that is simply deleting that here. So dot then, so we will use a simple callback function. So you don't need, actually, just we can execute that. This is just for a confirmation. So we will put here alert appointment deleted, something like this. It's not required, actually, just what we have to do. So window dot location dot what reload. We are just reloading that. Now you see, let's refresh, and I want to remove the appointment meeting with client. Already you have that meeting with client is here. 2 appointments are there, and when I click on delete, so that is removed. And once I refresh, here you can refresh and see only 1 appointment is there. That means we are implementing delete operation on that. So we are deleting this, then it will delete this also. So delete, and you can see here there are no more appointments in the database. So we are creating a simple logic for user login, register. Another one we implemented what? Display appointments. Display appointments, and another option is delete appointments. Now we need to add 2 more functionalities. What it is? Add, another one edit. Those 2 we will see in next session. Up to this I will upload the project. The complete project zip file I will upload. You try designing this. And 2 more functions, they are simple, because already we learned register. Add will work as what? Register. We need to add appointment, another edit appointment. Those 2 functionalities we will see in next session. So Monday we will finish that. And once I finish this, then I will give you another project complete documentation. You have to design that by yourself. Okay, and we will go to other topics. We will discuss the other topics in React. So this is a simple example to show you end-to-end integration, how it works, right? Then Monday we will continue. Okay, right? This entire document I will upload, means entire project zip file. So you have to create the database, and rest of all this same. Okay, right?